Clickbait. Clickbait now. How do you define clickbait? Because I've seen man in the park when we was talking to who was it? I think it was the Black Dunya. Is that his name? His channel? There was a little drama over one of the titles of his videos where it said Sarah and Hussein violent discussion or something like that. And obviously, to me, that's giving the impression that they're about to start talking and going at each other violently, you get me? That's the impression I'm getting before I watch the video. But man watch the video and see them talking peacefully. And obviously he's explained why he called it that and went on to change it. But I swear he was kind of in support of him being able to clickbait the thing.
Yeah, man, yeah. I was in support because, again, like YouTube teaches you to, this is what they teach you, like themselves, YouTube teaches you to do clickbait. They want you to do clickbait.
Yeah, but sorry then. So if it weighs on your conscience, like it's against what you're trying to make your channel about.
Yeah.
Why would you then say it's okay for a next man to do it?
Okay.
Just because YouTube says you should do it.
All right. So again, clickbait is okay. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying clickbait is wrong. I'm just saying if clickbait, what you're doing as the form of clickbait goes against what your channel is about, then don't do it. Don't do it. So let me try to give a perfect example of that.
And then afterwards, I want you to give me like the pros and cons, like just in an objective way of clickbait. I want you what you think are the pros and cons of even doing a clickbait video in the first place, title.
Okay, so let me go into that real quickly. So let me just touch on pros and cons of clickbait. Again, let me just touch on the pros and cons of clickbait. So clickbait is not just to do with the title, okay? It's also to do with the thumbnail as well. It's the whole package of the video. So I don't know if you've got YouTube on your phone itself, and you could just be scrolling through. And if you see a very bright, beautiful thumbnail, you know, it lets off a lot of imagery. It provokes certain emotions inside of you, like you're much more endeared to actually click onto it. Then you read the title, that you might just the picture itself might just be like, wow, what's that type of thing. You know, then you've got on the title, whatever it is, the title, you know, it just entices you to click onto it basically. So for example, you know, best discussion ever at Speaker's Corner, click now. Like that's clickbait. It's positive clickbait, but it's clickbait.
So we're saying so clickbait don't necessarily always mean something sinister.
No.
Or that someone's pulling a wrong one on you. Because would you agree that the general consensus out there is clickbait is where someone intentionally misleads you from what you think you're gonna get to what you actually get will be total different things.
That's what it's become synonymous with, but that's not its real intent.
Okay.
So if you study marketing,
okay.
There's a 3-point process. Boy, this is years ago, university years. This is years ago. But you know, one of the very first things is to cause awareness. So for example, you have on newspapers, you have the title, okay? The title is just dramatic. It's mad dramatic. But if you never read that dramatic title, you would never have read the content of what's inside. So for example, one of my favorite books as well is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And then you will actually go and read the content. Another one of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich. Like, Think and Grow, like I can actually think and I can grow rich. Like, nah, impossible. How you do that? And then you read the content of it and you're like, oh, okay, that's sweet still. So clickbait is literally that, is by putting out a title or putting out a package, whether it's you know, a book, whatever the package is, and it just is very enticing. You want to actually look at it. So for example, adverts, the very first 5 seconds of an advert or even of YouTube videos is either going to entice you to watch it or you're going to be like, no, I'm not watching this, full stop. So that's kind of what it is. So it's really the package first and foremost. So if the package aligns with the content of the video, then it's fine, completely fine. If the package doesn't align with the content of the video, then obviously that is negative clickbait. So for example, some people would put now, you know, some, you know, cleavage, some big push-up cleavage at the front for the thumbnail and something else. that's clickbait. And then it now shows you cats running around and so forth. Like, that's clickbait. That's negative clickbait, that in the very first few seconds of the video, you intended it to be one thing and then it saw something else you're not really interested in. So I think that clickbait can be used positively, because now if you just have a very dead, dreary describing exactly what's going on. So for example, a Muslim versus a Christian discussing the intricacy of the Trinity, whether God and something like, it's like,
Ain't gonna front still. Enough of my videos, enough of my titles are like that still.
Bruv, it can be very boring, yeah?
Yeah.
But now, you know, I don't even know, you know, I don't know, Muslim proves, you know, Trinity to be real unintentionally. I don't know, that's clickbait. I don't ever even title myself as such, but that is clickbait. And then if the Christian actually proves to the Muslim that the Trinity is right and it's inside of their own scripture, or whatever the case is, then that's positive. So it's something that it's gonna just really alarm you to be like, raw, like, I need to watch this video. So it could be positive clickbait and negative clickbait. Again, you can use it however you like. Me personally, I won't utilize it in certain ways. For another channel, I don't think I have the right to tell another channel to not clickbait. If you, like Ali Dawah, yeah, Ali Dawah, shout out to my brother, yeah, he is the king at clickbaiting. Like, I watch his channel, yeah, I'm like, fam, I need to actually study how you utilize clickbait and see how I can put it into my own channel. So Mohammed Hijab as well, he does it great. You know, with like feminists and such and all sorts. Like, he does it as well. And I look on his channel, I think he even influenced me for my intelligent comment, because I'm sure he has like intelligent feminist or intelligent something on there or something like that. I mean, it might have influenced me still. I look at their channels and I'm like, wow, your clickbait skills here is just phenomenal. Unfortunately, because your videos is based around yourself and your own audience members, they're all Muslims, they're all this, they're all that. So therefore you can utilize clickbait and it's fine. Okay, it's fine. You could do it on your channel, it's fine, because it's going to a particular demographic. Unfortunately for me, my demographic is very diverse. So I can't utilize clickbait in favor of Muslims, but at the detriment of Christians or Comedics or atheists or Jews. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work real as well. So clickbait is fine. If you want to do it on your own channel, like which channel you are, do it, okay? But for me, it doesn't align with what my channel's focus is. If it aligns with your channel focus,